That's as close to Coach Darcy level. That's Joe would do. How's it going tonight, Coach?
Not bad. You ready, Mike?
Ready.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely leaving for this phone call. I'll be back.
We're live, huh?
Well,
Mine says live.
All right, you guys are live now.
good.
Do you want me to do
welcome to the NFC North Showdown. I'm not sure exactly what you guys want to call it, but
it's the NFC North Open Mic, and this is Main Event Mike.
Hello and welcome to the NFC North Open Mic, live on Saturday night. I am your host, Main Event Mike, joined by our panel of semi-experts. We're going to, it's an open mic here in the NFC North. So go ahead and put your comments, your questions in. We'll kick it around the panel. We'll let these knuckleheads answer your questions or give their opinions about it at any rate. So without any introductions or fancy stuff like that, there's a lot to get to tonight. We're going to jump right into it. And we're going to start with a real fire starter. The one name that's on everyone's lips on social media that seems to be blowing up everywhere. That is one Aaron Charles Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, where will he go? Is he holding the team hostage? What's he worth? What can they get for him? We'll start with the chosen one, or if you like, the cheesin' one. That is Bill, the Packer fan. Tell me, Bill, what is going on with Aaron Rodgers, and what do you want to happen?
I think he's definitely going to get moved. I think he's definitely going to get traded, and I'm kind of excited to see exactly what Jordan Love's got in him. I mean, he said,
so you're ready to move on.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to move on for sure. I'm just tired of all the off-season drama. It seems that he likes that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. So what's your plan then? You're going to run with Jordan Love.
Yeah, you got to give him his shot, man. He sat there for 3 years. You got really no choice. You got to let him run with it. He looked pretty good versus the Eagles. You know, I think what did he have? 2 touchdowns? So I think it's looking pretty promising in Green Bay. Did we lose Mike?
Where'd Mike go?
Yeah, we lost Mike.
The host. Come on, Russell.
Well, let's keep it on. Let's keep moving until he gets back. I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh, we're talking Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. He must have got thrown off of the stream right there. So you would move on from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right on. I think that we got Mike coming back in. There he is.
What about you, John? John, what's your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers there, John Dorn?
Is he muted?
Oh, thanks, John.
You got to unmute yourself, John.
Hey, John, we don't speak sign
That's
language.
the best take he's ever had.
best take.
What you saying that same old Lions is all I was trying to say.
I read his lips. He said, same old Lions.
But anyway, okay. Roger hasn't thrown a 300-yard game in the whole season. It goes back to last season. So you guys 20-some games without a 300-yard game. You know what I mean? It's to the point where it's getting old. Right now, the best thing for the Packers to do is move on from Aaron Rodgers. And I have to say it, Bakhtiari, there's some other key players that got to go, like maybe Jones, trade him. I mean, it's kind of like a rebuild, not a major rebuild, but get rid of some bigger contracts, and let's move the chains more. We can't go too much longer pushing the cap down the road. It's just, you can't.
Okay, so both you and Bill the Packer fans say, let him go. Let the legend go.
Yep.
Crazy. Simon, what do you think? Are you in the same camp with them? Let him go?
I mean, I think it's time. If you put a gun to my head,
Wow.
I think I would trade him as well. I think it's just time to move on, see what Jordan Love has, and if that doesn't work out, then we start a rebuild. I don't agree with moving Jones and Bakhtiari though. But
wow, I'm just stymied by this. The Packer fans are Benedict Arnold's, man. You're ready to give up on him. Let's look around the division.
I don't think giving up is the right word.
No,
I just think his contract,
all he's done for
age,
you. I mean, what are you gonna? Who are you gonna get that's better than Aaron Rodgers?
Well,
We got
that's
to
what
do-
you're talking
You're
about.
not gonna get
Age
anyone
and
better than Aaron
contract.
Rodgers.
I think he can throw more than 200 yards.
You guys-
game. Come on.
But John
You
Dorn, you
guys
gotta
really
remember though.
believe
Jordan Love,
He's
bro,
not
might
mobile.
be better than him at this point.
No,
He's got a good arm. He's got
Let's
the
hear from
accuracy.
Jameis. Let's hear from Jameis. What are you
Okay,
saying there?
let's go one at a
Better
time.
than
This is what
Fields, I'll tell you
no,
that.
I'm not. This is the thing. This is what thing I feel about it. Jordan Love obviously would have some big shoes to fill, if he were to take over for Rodgers. And I think he does definitely still have some work, and I think they'll probably get a decent haul for him. I really didn't even want to believe. I really didn't believe, especially Adam Schefter. I didn't believe what was going on at first until the Packers came out and said that Rodgers was aware that the team was trying to move him. And once I heard that, I knew it was real. Because you got to think, bro, we got to think Rodgers. He's the type of guy. He's probably not even going to be willing to play for a team that he knows is openly trying to move him. You know what I'm saying? And I think I agree with Simon. I think it's not about giving up on us. It's about what's better. What's the betterment for the team right now? Now, obviously, we know that Aaron Rodgers is better than Jordan Love, but for 59 goddamn million. When you get to thinking about other factors that are going into it, bro, it's probably the right move. I think Aaron Rodgers does still have the leverage slightly, in my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does get moved myself.
So, Jameis, as a Minnesota Viking fan, are you happy to get him out of the division?
I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you, bro. I would be. I've been waiting for his ass to go for a few years now. See, some Viking fans might lie to you about that, so we can beat them. And I think the motherfuckers held the Vikings back just because of the teams he's been able to put together, bro. The 13-win seasons that this motherfucker's still pulling off. You got to think this is their first goddamn down year. This is the first time the Packers have missed the playoff in 19 years, bro.
No,
19 years.
No,
The Packers had a slum
2018 they missed the playoffs. 2017 they missed
They
the
missed the
playoffs.
playoffs a few years.
I mean,
Okay,
the
my
Packers
bad.
had a slum season this year, right? And you guys made it to the playoffs. So how did you can't blame Aaron Rodgers for not getting you playoff wins.
That's why I said the previous years, bro. Now, if he's going to continue playing like this, you got shit. I would hope for him to stay, but I don't think that's the case, bro. I think you got to think it took a long time for those rookies to get their game together, bro. For Watson and I wouldn't say a long time, but 6 to 7 games at least for him and Dubs to start putting it together, bro. You got the Packers by far had the most drops in the NFL this season.
Right.
John Sullivan, as a Minnesota Viking fan, are you happy to see Aaron Rodgers leave the division?
I could care less, to be honest.
Of course, he leaves as soon as I'm talking to him. How about you, Mike the Bear fan? You happy to see Aaron Rodgers go?
Well, I'm still on. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's still here.
I'm still here.
Well,
I could care less if he stays. I could care less if he goes. He's getting older. He can't. I mean, he's
Okay,
still
I'll
good.
tell you from a
So,
Lions perspective, he's the freaking boogeyman, and I'm happy to have him gone. Get out of here. I'd rather face Jordan Love every day of the week.
Me too.
And here's another thing, though. If
He's
you
an
do
older
that,
guy.
as this is my producer's take on it, if you get it, they're going to give a haul for him, man. You could get enough draft picks probably to reset your franchise and put them in a great situation going forward. They could get so many assets for Aaron Rodgers. And Russ's take is we'd be better off battling him here where he's hamstringing their salary cap than for them to get all that capital and be more competitive in the future.
Yeah.
that's the worst I've ever heard John Dorn, anybody talk about Rodgers. It's really not a whole lot of negative.
It's not that
There is
people are
negative and
talking
stuff.
bad about him. It's just if you want something for him, this is the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great point.
True, but with his cap and his age, it's hard to get two first rounders for him. I'm not saying nobody's going to do it, but it's tough to do it for.
But here's one thing to put in consideration.
It's a tougher ass.
Is Jordan Love the guy that's going to make Christian Watson and Dobbs? He's going to make these guys look like superstars. Aaron Rodgers can do it. Can Jordan Love do it? That's the question you guys have to answer yourself.
Well, we got to do something about it because one thing, we got to get into the camp one way or
certainly Aaron Rodgers can make a receiver better. But those kids seem to be talented. I think what they've got, they're going to have it. Both of those kids impressed me at the end of the season.
And you got to remember, Jordan Love.
Moving forward. So Aaron Rodgers, he goes. If you're Aaron Rodgers, where do you want to go, Bill?
Probably the Jets.
Jets.
You got that defense.
He put his feet down. He said, I'm not going to San Fran. So
Yeah, he did say that.
That or Raiders, one of the two places. That's pretty.
He come out and said that. I didn't hear that. Is that true? He did say San Francisco's off the board.
Yeah.
Probably because his family hates him.
Yeah. I'm sure Detroit's off the board too, though.
Yeah. You don't want to go to that same alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jets or Raiders.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jets. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I think that
the already defense. Yeah, he could probably make their ass some nice, decent contenders, bro, depending on how shit goes.
Right. Well, it's just another offseason. The drama for him and Brady. Is Brady really done? Is Rodgers going to stay? Is he going to go? Where is he going to go?
I think guys like Brady and Rodgers, they don't want to retire until they win a Super Bowl. They want to ride off in the sunset as a champ, like how any champion wants to.
And that's a good question. That's a good question, Mike, because even though it seems like Brady's probably really done this time, is he really about to let his last game being blown off the floor by the goddamn Cowgirls?
Okay, Brady retired, so I don't think Rodgers wants to retire the same year as Brady. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
So either way, he's playing somewhere.
They don't want to. He doesn't want. They don't want him. They want. They both want their own stage, bro. They don't want to share the stage during the Super Bowl induction. I mean the Hall of Fame induction.
Exactly.
No, you're right about that. I think, bro. But I think, and then Rodgers, bro, you know, he's so slick with the media, bro. It's hard to trust what he says. Just like when he says, "I'm not going to San Fran," that might mean that he's openly talking to their ass right now. You know, that motherfucker's a mass manipulator, bro. He might say one thing, that motherfucker's probably meaning a whole different thing. Rodgers likes to manipulate, bro. He loves the attention,
great
bro.
Call out. That's a great call out.
Mike, he loves the attention, bro. He loves this shit.
Yeah. And like I said, the one name that's on everybody's lips on social media, shit, that's just what he wants. Exactly what he wants.
He likes to be.
And we're feeding it. And we're going to keep it going, too, because it's a good story, man. Mike the Bear fan, you there?
Damn sure is.
I don't know what's up. John Dorn, are you there?
Yep,
I'm here.
All right, so if you're Aaron Rodgers, 1, you're better looking. 2, where are you going to go if you're Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going to Miami.
They got 2. They don't want you. They don't want you in Miami.
He's injury prone, man.
Miami's not going to be willing to pay that price.
Landing spots. Jets, Buccaneers, Raiders, Indianapolis. James, if you're Aaron Rodgers, what are them teams you want to go to? Jets, Bucks, Raiders, Indy.
I'm going to the Jets for sure, bro, just because I know that the defense is ready and they got weapons for me off the gate.
Young weapons.
Yep.
Young weapons. I like it. Mike the Bear fan, you're not there, are you?
And they got stuff for us.
But here's the irony of it all. If he goes to the Jets, Brett Favre did the same thing. Went to the Jets, then left the Jets, came to Minnesota. So
can we talk about Kirk Cousins only being under contract for 1 more year?
No, let's not.
Who is Minnesota currently developing to take over for Kirk Cousins? I'm just curious if anyone has any opinions there.
David Blau.
No one that's promised. I'll tell you that. But Mullins looks to be halfway decent though. That guy that came in and got that garbage time touchdown for us versus Green Bay. I was glad he got that motherfucker too. Get that motherfucking garbage time touchdown, boy.
He's getting college too. All right. Do I got a Bears fan on this panel? A-Dub, are you there?
Yes.
All right, A-Dub. You are the Chicago Bears GM, and you have the number 1 overall pick. What position do the Bears need to pick? And if you think they should trade down, what position should they trade with their first pick? What should they pick with their first pick? What position?
I would think I got more than one in mind, but if I had to think of the first position, it has to be the defensive line. Because I think up front in the trenches is where you want to pay attention, is what's most important. Like if you can't win battles up front, everything else is going to be shot. So I think the Bears should definitely look at that area first before anything else. Like they have struggled up front when it comes to most of their games, when it comes to the defensive line. So that's where I'm looking for my first pick. And if I have to trade down anywhere, I'm not so sure. I wouldn't go anywhere. Personally, I wouldn't go anywhere beyond 5 spots if I'm the Bears.
Well, most mock drafts have the Bears taking Alabama edge rusher Will Anderson with the first pick. Are you all right with that?
Certainly, I would be if I'm the Bears. Like they do need that kind of help as far as the pass rush. Like you didn't get much out of Leo Mack or even Robert Quinn, so definitely that position would need to be addressed.
Right on. Mike, the Bear fan, what do you think? Where do the Bears draft on with the first pick?
Well, don't get me wrong. Carter is by far the best defensive player out there. And like he said, we're lacking.
Again, best take he's ever had.
But before the draft, I believe they go out and get somebody like Payne or Yannick, if not both. I mean, we have the cap space to do it. And if so, I believe it's best for the Bears, regardless, for the draft capital and for all the needs we need, is to draft down. If we draft down to the lowest, the 4 spot, we're still going to get Will Anderson Jr., which is a great player, and we'll get extra picks out of it. And they might even, throw the curveball at you and trade down again just for the draft capital. Because we need a lot of needs. We need an offensive line. It's shaky there. We got a lot of young talent on that offensive line for sure. We got Jenkins, Baroom, Braxton coming off his rookie year. Our only veteran that we have on there is Whitehair. So hopefully they go out in free agency and pick up an offensive lineman, because both sides of the ball on the line, the Bears are lacking.
Right. That's actually an interesting theory and a great take that, maybe they could address that defensive line in free agency, move back, because these other teams are trying to get to the top to get a certain quarterback that they like. And you could end up with Will Anderson as well. Great take, Mike. I like that. Next, I want to talk about the Vikings. They hold the 24th overall pick, the 88th overall pick, and the 120th pick, which they got from the Detroit Lions in the TJ Hawkinson deal. So, James, I want to ask you, at 24, where do the Vikings go?
I'm thinking, I'm hoping for we taking the best corner available. That's what I would do. Either the best corner or the best edge available.
Defense, then, because you have the worst ranked defense in the league.
Oh, bro, I want them to go Viking. I want them to go defense with every pick.
Every pick.
All 4 picks.
All right. I don't think there's any team in the league that needs it as bad as the Vikings. John Sullivan, are you there?
Not many.
Yeah, I'm here.
John Sullivan, you got the 15th overall pick, and we're going to hypothetically say that Aaron Rodgers stays in Green Bay. What do you take with the 15th pick for the Packers to help him out?
Well, for the Packers or for the Vikings?
Oh, you're a Vikings fan.
No, John.
No, he said, no, I get it. He can still answer that. He said, if you were the Packers, who would you take?
Yeah, there you go. We'll ask the Vikings fan.
Something they don't really need, a wide receiver.
Sabotage. Right on. My bad, fellas. He didn't.
They probably want another one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry, my bad. I did actually ask him 3 times what team he was repping, and I guess maybe if he'd have told me, I would have remembered. Simon, you're the Packers GM, and you've got the 15th overall pick, and Aaron Rodgers is staying. What do you want?
I think regardless of what Aaron Rodgers, whether he stays or not, we're looking at either safety, we need edge rush depth, or wide receiver in the first 3 picks. I'm not that worried about the O-line as much as other Packer fans are. We drafted 9 O-line in the last 3 drafts. So I think there's still some development that's going on there. I know that's a lot, but I haven't also looked at the draft that much yet. I usually hop in March is when I start looking at shit.
Right,
but
it's
one of
only
those
been a
3
week. I'm
positions
only a
would be
weekend
ideal.
actually looking at it myself. But from first glance, I would think if I'm the Packers GM, I want to get maybe the best tight end, get some more weapons on the out, because you got a decent defense.
But I'm not taking a tight
points.
end, and I'm not taking a tight end in the first round. I don't think it's a premium position. A lot of people have mocked Mayer to us, and I've seen that, but I think there's some other intriguing options in round 2 or 3 that would also fill that billet.
That's a good point. It's actually a very deep tight end class, they say. So that's very key. I think a safety addition to that defense would be a good call. Yeah. So definitely,
especially with Amos as a free agent and Savage, I think, is our only.
I think I read today.
signed
There's not
safety.
too many good safeties in this group.
I haven't looked that much, but
there's like 2 or 3, and that's it.
yeah.
Well,
That's all mediocre.
Well, Mike, let me ask you a question. You're Detroit Lions, correct?
Yes, sir.
What would you like to see happen during the offseason for your team?
For my team, re-sign Jamal Williams, and then pick every pick on defense.
Okay. How do you feel about the receiver core?
Love it. Couldn't be happier with it. And DJ, that's with or without DJ Chark.
Okay.
He's on a one. Was he on a 1-year deal?
He's on 1 year, $10 million a year, prove it deal. And he did get hurt, but I would love to see him come back, but not for that much.
I heard Vikings are signing him.
So Mike, are you happy with Jared Goff?
I am. I become a Jared Goff believer. I actually lost a bet and had to shave my head because Jared Goff, I did not think he was going to finish in the top 12. I bashed him at the early part of the season, and now I look like a cue ball.
Can you enlighten us?
A lot of Lions fans that bashed him early.
What was the bet?
What was the best what?
No, what was the bet?
Oh, I bet that Aaron Rodgers would not finish ranked in the top 12 in quarterbacks, and Russell Wayne would have had to grow a big gnarly beard, but he actually finished 5th, and he made the Pro Bowl as an alternate. So I had to eat crow, and I'll never bash Jared Goff again. Goff bless you.
He actually did pretty good, too, in the past games. That was actually pretty cool. I don't know if everyone's seen it or not.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a baby giraffe out there when he comes running out. You look at his player profile picture, he looks like the first dude in high school that got someone pregnant. So he's kind of easy to pick on, he's kind of gangly, but man, he shut up all the haters, including myself. And I think we got our quarterback, and we don't need to worry about it in the draft at all.
What about a late round draft just to develop one?
I couldn't see the Lions going for a quarterback at 6, but now let's say a decent one. There's about a good 4 of them in this goddamn draft where to slide down to 18. I don't know. The Lions might just pull the trigger, man. Just in case, and at least to keep the fire lit under Goff's ass, let them know you got to play good to stay here, goddamn it, or we got this young gunner.
Yeah, but it's the Lions, so we're probably looking for somebody with a torn ACL. Why not Hendon Hooker in the 3rd?
But I can see them doing that too, not worrying about it until the later rounds. I can see the Lions doing that too, just getting somebody that, just on the 3rd or 4th round, like, yeah, we're just going to get a project guy. I can see that too.
We got 2 third-round picks, Hendon Hooker and his torn ACL in the 3rd. I'm calling it. So you guys just segued right into my next topic, and that is we are going to assume Aaron Rodgers leaves, or we're just going to assume that he's the best quarterback in the North. So outside of Aaron Rodgers, who's the best quarterback in the NFC North? And I'll start with John Sullivan, a Vikings fan.
I feel like this is a trick question. Because, you want to say Kirk Cousins, but he had a good season. But to put him up there to say the best quarterback, I just won't go there. I won't go there.
He said besides Rodgers.
Jared Goff. I might have to go with him. So
ain't nothing wrong with that answer. Where did he go? Oh, there you go.
That way, I have to pop on here every time that he gets kicked off with the internet being the internet, what it is right there.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Best QB in the North. Who wanted to go next? Mike the Bear fan, you want to go best QB in the North? What you got, brother? You got to turn your mic on. I can't read. I'm not understanding your sign language. There you go.
Well, I said, can I cherry pick a little bit? Can I say during the rush, Justin Fields all day, but obviously throwing last year, Goff did do his thing compared to everybody.
Oh, that's almost like you're kind of giving him credit. I like that. That's kind of cool.
I'm just gonna say someone playing. I think if Aaron Rodgers was to be removed from this division right now, that Kirk Cousins overall is the best that would be the best quarterback going forward. I think, and despite overall stats, I think he was the best quarterback besides Aaron Rodgers. I think he's the best quarterback in the North. If you consider all circumstances combined. And because now, see, he doesn't get the defense factor really because the Lions shit was ranked just as bad. But if you look all the way around, if we're talking overall, I'm gonna say Kirk Cousins.
And I would completely understand why you'd say Kirk Cousins. When I look at both quarterbacks, honestly, they're kind of like the same guy, almost identical when you think about it. So, very similar. You guys won a lot of close games, so I mean, kudos to you on winning the close games because I mean it's hard to win in any facet in the NFL, but that's my 2 cents on it.
Especially nowadays.
I guess with Jared Goff, he's been in the Super Bowl. He's been there, even though it wasn't with Detroit, it was with LA, but he's been there. So
the numbers don't lie. Justin Fields all day. Well, hey, he damn sure did put us some good ass numbers though. I'm just responding to the comment, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie, but just Fields, that motherfucker, he was damn near on his way doing some Lamar Jackson shit with his legs.
He improved from year 2. It was a lot of designed run plays, a lot of them. I like some of them, but it was too many. When our quarterback's rushing more than our running backs, when we don't have bad running backs, like, come on.
Hey, Josh Allen did it in Buffalo.
they said Fields stole Montgomery's job this year. That Montgomery might get his
ass. That's the play calling. Not at all. They still averaged about 4 yards.
A lot of people call him trash and shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not super impressed so far. I want to see him. I want to give him another year. I want to see him, but with the better play calling. I'm pretty sure that with the money they have, they're going to at least be adding one more weapon with his ass. The offensive line will probably get better. I want to see him when he's not running for his goddamn life every play, and see if he really has precision, if he's really learning how to read defenses, and if he really can consistently make the throws. That's why I want to see this next year that's coming up.
Well, like I said earlier, that's all depending on the offensive line because the only position that was solid all year was the rookie left tackle, Braxton Jones.
Okay.
I mean, he did have a couple bad plays. I mean, he's a rookie. It's going to happen, but he was a beast. They ran a lot of screens, and the tackle for the movement, like, you got to be a good tackle to roll out like that,
Yeah.
So, I mean, Braxton Jones did well. It's just our other position. If we get a good center, I believe other people can fill in for that offensive line.
Let me ask you a question, Mike Jericho. Do you think that the Bears can improve record-wise with a bad offensive line or bad defensive line? And I asked that question because you said that both offense and defense line needs to be addressed during the offseason. Which would you address more, the offensive line or the defensive line?
I think we're more lacking defensive line. We got to get to the quarterback, and we were the worst last year at getting to the quarterback sacks. You pretty much name it was the worst. And our DBs are not that bad. Yeah, you got Brisker and Gordon off the rookies. Brisker played real well. Gordon made some mistakes. But what rookies don't, But overall, he played good. He was getting better and better as the year went on. So, it's tough because we got the most salary cap out of everybody. I think like $45 million compared to the second place people. Like, it just depends.
I think the Falcons are close.
We could technically be the Jags and go nothing to something. I'm not saying we're gonna definitely make the playoffs, but if we could squeak in somehow, like, that'd be great. I said it on my show. We could technically, if it's a hit a home run, we do real good in the offseason and the draft. We could technically skip year 2 and go to 3, because obviously we were on the rebuild last year with all the moves that we made to be set up for this situation. It just depends what they do.
Just to kind of piggyback on what Jameis says, that the kid, we want to see that development. We want to see that he can read the defense and that he can start picking these things up. The problem is that's exactly what we said last year at this time. Next year, I want to see that. I think we saw it. The kid can't read defenses. He can't hit a receiver. Okay, his check down is to run, and I gotta stick it to the Bears organization for leaving him out there to get slaughtered like that. And in the draft, they got defensive players. They didn't really get him any weapons. They didn't get him anything to help him. I think the experiment needs to end if I'm the GM of Chicago and I give up on it and I get what I can for him. You said, the kid ain't going to be able to make it at the pace that they're doing. He's going to get pins in his ankle and plates in his shoulder, and it's just not fair to him.
Well, I'll tell you the truth.
How much help did you go out there and get from last year to this year? Because they had no money. How are you going to go out and get somebody? That's why they made the trade in the middle of the year to get Claypool, which didn't do a whole lot last year. I'm hoping he does something this year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, he's got to have money.
He has no pocket where
I got to throw all my cards in to get started. We had no money, no draft capitals. We had 5 picks. By the way, we had the 7th best draft overall, and we didn't even have a first-round pick. So overall, Poles did an excellent job, I believe, in the draft. We got 3 starters out of the deal.
He hit pretty good with that. He hit pretty good with Sanborn.
Jack Sanborn, unrestricted free agent.
He hit pretty good with him.
I mean, we got some young talent coming up. Just depends what they do in the offseason.
Yeah, this is going to be a big test for Poles right here, man, because he's got a lot of shit to work with, a lot of money, a lot of positions. Like Darren said earlier, I might be willing to trade back, but I ain't leaving that top 5. You can best believe that. And you're gonna have to give me something. If you want this first round pick, you're gonna have to give me something for next year too. I don't give a damn if it's a second or third round. I need something for this year and next year.
Well, with Poles, I'll give me a quarterback right off the bat.
Be careful, you don't want just.
hey, I've been seeing talk like that. They're saying they might package Fields up with the first number 1 overall and try to get who was it they said they were gonna try to get?
That Young
or Lamar Jackson. They was talking about doing all kinds, but there's a lot of people saying that his ass might be on the table.
Tell you the truth, I mean, it's not their pick.
I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but I've definitely seen it in a few different places.
You know, that's how I look at it. You know.
But at the same time, that also means that at least one team is at least 1 or 2 teams are interested in Fields for them to be. You know what I'm saying? Somebody must be at least willing to think about that. I don't know, bro, but like I said, I'd be willing to give him 1 more year after they finally, like you said, they got Khalil Mack. They got him off. They got what they could get for him. I think he could have got a little bit more for Matt, but when they did, Robert Quinn, they did what they had to do, man. And motherfucker, I damn sure when the game, as good as Roquan Smith was, he wasn't getting $100 million from me either. God damn it.
I'll get a quarterback and then take Fields and make him to like a gadget player, just like fucking Hill, you know. Fucking make him a gadget player. He can play quarterback, run the ball, do whatever. You make him like a gadget player, you know.
No, the best gadget player was Cordell Stewart was the best gadget.
Yeah, but Jamesh, you said something about Mac. Do you know what actually we got out of Mac from the trades that we did and everything?
I know y'all got the second rounder out of for him.
We got Brisker out of the deal. We got our punter out of the deal. We got Hicks out of the deal because obviously there were some trades happening to get that much. Plus, we have another draft this year. It's either a 4th or a 5th. So, I mean, I believe they hit a good one out of that.
Yeah, it was just pretty good conversation.
A whole lot.
No, he damn sure didn't. He damn sure didn't keep that first year going like he did with the Bears. If not, he kept yeah.
And then the Roquan thing, like
I ain't gonna lie, he changed life for that defense.
I was a Roquan Smith fan for sure, but they already was in agreement that they were not going to re-sign him. So you might as well get something to nothing. Hold on till the end of the year and get 1 pick out of them. You know what I mean?
Especially when you know he wants 100 goddamn million
plus another pick that's still developing this year.
Hey,
that motherfucker just became the highest paid linebacker of all time.
Yeah, but not to mention, Jamez, he did bring that defense from dead last to pretty much top 10. But when he got on the team to the end, obviously not overall.
Shit, Khalil Mack did the same shit.
I hear Bears may re-sign him again.
No, they already signed him. He signed a big deal.
No,
Oh no, hell no! The Ravens gave him was 5 years, $100 million, I think.
Like what if you guys get Mac back? This and that, blah blah. I mean,
so John Moore, what's your thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings?
I don't know. After fucking draft picks, they haven't even played this year. I mean, none of them did. I mean, Vikings they're.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up too. Yeah, I'm hoping Lewis team about to come back next year.
I'm asking you, what do you think of the Minnesota Vikings as a whole team? Period.
Oh, garbage. They're just frauds. They're just no defense. I mean, now they even got a defensive coordinator. I mean,
yeah, they got Mike Patton. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that, John Doran?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, Patton. All right, Ben, don't
disrespect Mike Patton. He was a scapegoat for Aaron Rodgers, motherfucker.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Hey, his defense took Brady off 3 times.
Move up to 29th now. 29th.
Bro, do you really think we're about to stick? We're not about to go with Patton, bro. That motherfucker is holding clips and getting people coffee in Minnesota, bro. That's it. And he came to tell us a few Green Bay secrets.
So, Jamez, what's your thoughts on being one and done? Since you're smiling cheek to cheek, see how that smile just went down?
One and done. This is how I respond to that question, Bill. Let me know in my Packer voice. Where was your team at when that happened? In my Packer voice, where were you when that game happened?
Yeah,
I'm gonna use the same goddamn shit. I use the same shit that the Packers used on me. When I said they ass was one and done to a wild card team, they told me, well, you were on the couch watching them do it. You damn right I was. Now, just like you told me, join us. Now, join us. I'm telling you.
John Sullivan, what's your thoughts on the Vikings being one and done?
Hey, it's better to be one and done than none and done. So I'll take the one and done over none and done.
Yeah, but at the end of the game, you're still sitting on the couch with us, but still you're ringless. That's my theory.
Hey, our defense was
trash. You ain't gonna be able to say that shit too much longer either.
Our defense was trash. Luckily, we got rid of the
all the Vikings fans week 15, 16, 17, you're gonna be one and done because your defense was trash.
Mike, when is Detroit gonna get their first ring?
Oh shit! Not in his lifetime.
Not in my lifetime is what was always the narrative, but now there is hope. So we live on hope in Detroit.
Hey, no, you live on low standards. Don't lie, Mike.
Right there it is. Our bar is so much low.
No double-digit wins. No playoff wins yet.
Shit. Yep.
Shit. No division titles yet.
Damn, John Doran, you said you don't believe that you don't believe that the Lions are trending up? Is that what you're saying? You're saying they're about to fall right back down to it like a. So what you saying? You saying that the Lions? How many?
A 3-win team that go up to 9? Yeah, they're doing something, but they're fool's gold, man.
I knew that's what you're getting. You saying they're about to go right back?
They got that Dan Campbell. He fucking runs a circus over there. If it wasn't for Ben Johnson, that team would be fucking trash, dude. I am fucking dead serious. Ben Johnson holds that team together. That's why they gave all that money. Fuck it to keep them, because they know damn well next year they're firing Dan Campbell and he's going to come over to be a coach.
So, Mike, what's your thoughts on that, Detroit, Mike?
As long as we keep beating Green Bay, Dan Campbell will have a job. I promise you. Okay.
That's your Super Bowl. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, are you done? Are you done?
Are you
done?
I'm never done.
I've been waiting patiently for you to finish. Are you done?
Yeah, I guess I'm done.
All right, because this ain't the History Channel. Okay, this is not the History Channel. If you mention the name Bart Starr in the next 30 seconds, I'm gonna lose my shit. I guess you're not done. I'll let you finish, John. Go ahead.
2 more minutes, I can finish the Lions history.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
He can't even finish. I can't hear.
Oh shit!
I can't hear nothing. I can't see nothing. But John Doran, you are the worst Packer fan there is. We have no double-digit wins, bro.
Hey, you got my sweater knitted up?
No. Shut up. We got no double-digit wins, bro. We smacked the fucking Jags by double digits. We smacked the Giants by double digits. We smacked the Vikings by double digits. What else? What more do you want from us? No, bro. See, here's how it stops because you're nothing but a fraud and a phony. You're nothing but a fraud and phony. Yes, you're right. The Lions won't see a Super Bowl in your lifetime because you're 115 years old. Get that shit out of here, bro. We kept y'all out the playoffs. Y'all is ass. Don't say nothing till you can name me 10 motherfucking Packer players. Name me 10 Packers. Name me 10 Packers and we can talk. Until you name me 10 Packers, you trash. You trash, big fella. You trash, big fella. No, because you sitting up here, you talking all that shit. You sitting up here, you and the man's talking about Justin Fields. You wouldn't know good quarterback play if it bit you in the ass. You wouldn't know nothing. You still think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be the savior. Oh, but I'm good with trading him. No, you good. Whichever way the wind blows, you want it.
Actually, to credit John Dorn, before the season started, he was wanting to get rid of Rodgers.
That's because he couldn't remember the last time he won a Super Bowl. He got Alzheimer's.
No. John Dorn didn't defend David Gray one time when David Gray was getting assaulted by Packer fans for his stance on Rodgers. Nobody came
I'm not trying to hear none of that. That shit that you talking is straight blasphemous. You don't know football. You don't know sports. You barely know that the Packers are green and yellow.
You owe me a sweater,
You barely know that the Packers are green and yellow. You wouldn't know your asshole from your mouth, except for one of them gets ate and gets fed.
You done that, Win something.
Hey, I tell you what, we gonna win something before you do.
I don't want to hear fucking.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't listen to third place. I can't hear you from third place. That's the problem with Packer fans. Y'all like to live in the past too goddamn long. Bottom line, your record is what it says it is. You're 8-9. We made you that way. We made you that way. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy your sub 500. We swept y'all. So if we're nothing and we swept y'all, what does that make y'all?
Time you won a goddamn playoff game.
If we're nothing and we swept y'all, what are y'all? John, listen. If we are nothing and we swept y'all, what are y'all?
Hey, that's your banner. That's your Super Bowl. Enjoy it.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Then give me my motherfucking banner. We'll hang it before week one.
Talk about the present.
Present? We are talking about the present. Jordan Love is fucking on the whole NFC North.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? In the present, you're in third place. Stop talking.
Hey, we're not.
As a matter of fact, third place, you raise your hand before you speak.
Dang, Lions fans finally got out the basement, man. They can't keep flying.
The Packers, hey, all I'm gonna say is Packer fans, y'all better hope y'all not writing a check that Jordan Love ass can't cash.
Hey, hold on, wait. Say blow pack blow. Yeah, even my daughter know better. You trash, bro. You trash, big fella. You trash. It's not looking good for the whole state of Wisconsin in football, bro.
Can we take off the Packers?
It's going down.
Nah, cuz, man, I'm sitting here listening to this dude talk, and y'all hanging on to his word like he know what the fuck he talking about.
No, we're trying to be polite.
We giving him his free chance. He's saying the Lions gonna turn back into he said y'all not uptrending, y'all gonna turn into the same old Lions. So if he wrong, he gotta face that next year. But if he right, he get the gloat.
Man, hey, my man, you know what? We did win something. We beat y'all motherfuckers twice. All y'all had to do was beat us and y'all got in the playoffs. Did y'all go to the playoffs?
Not this year.
Yeah, I know. Hey, and the two games that Aaron Rodgers played against us, that motherfucker is rethinking his life. On whether he want to continue to play football again.
Oh, he playing.
Y'all defense is overrated. The receivers y'all got his ass. Jordan Love is a bum. You talk about Justin Fields and ain't even got a quarterback yourself.
5-year games keep
bruh, I tell you, hey, Jameez. Hey, Jameez. I'm going to say this because you and John Sullivan know exactly where I'm coming from with this. I keep Jared Goff over Jordan Love. And I already said that I trade Jared Goff for a bag of peanuts and a used condom. That's how I feel about that motherfucker.
Hey, all I know is, it's looking like he's gonna be the starter, so he gonna have to write the motherfucking check that the Packers is trying to cash in for his ass.
Jordan Love got 4-13 written all over him.
We gonna pick his ass off and toss him into the first row.
8 or 9 wins.
8 or 9 wins.
Hey, with him.
Hey, y'all couldn't get 8 or 9 wins with y'all so-called GOAT. What make you think y'all gonna get it with a first-year starter?
Well, we're gonna put the fucking Lions. We'll sweep the fucking Lions.
Hey, John, you gonna do a whole hell of a lot of hunting on Sundays next year, because there ain't gonna be no football for you to watch.
Hey, you said he gonna be mad shooting shit down?
That motherfucker, hey, he gonna be hunting.
Oh my God. It's gonna be a fun ass year. Like I said, I expect damn near every team from the North to be coming. Every team from the North should be coming with something. So it should be good no matter what. You got that long. The Vikings are still gonna be king though.
Hey, it's only three people on here.
Yeah.
This four. We about to damn near call this one a wrap, man. But all I'm saying, this is nice. Coach Darcy fucked it up for himself, so he got himself kicked off the show before it even started. But
hey, I was actually gonna let you guys fight, man. That's why I pulled everybody out. You guys were going ahead. Don't stop fighting if I pull y'all out.
We know each other all good.
Yeah. No, I mean good. I like it. I like it. That's why I pulled everybody out. I wasn't ending the show. I just wanted you to know that.
Hey, all you gotta do is ask John Dorn what's his thoughts.
I love it. That was a great exchange between Jamez and John Dorn, Vikings and Green Bay Packers fans. Passionate. Gotta love it. NFC North Open Mic. Thanks everybody that put their comments in. See the CNG podcast chiming in. When did y'all get a wrap in here? Hey, thanks to Steve too for coming in there, and I felt like the little guy at high school jumping over the guy's shoulder saying, "Yeah, get him." So that was a fun exchange. Anybody else on here now? We were talking about some landing spots for Aaron Rodgers, but then it just kind of branched off and it started out an attack on the Detroit Lions franchise. So I think we're going to wrap it up right here, right? Don't you think, Russ?
Yeah, we can wrap it up, bro. This is nice, bro. We need to start doing this every weekend, though, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, we do it on Monday as well, so we kind of want to make this a thing, man. That's why we changed things to NFC North, because we love football. We love talking trash, and I mean, this is a really, really, really exciting off season for not only, I mean, for Lions fans, for Bears fans, for Viking. I mean, there's a lot of and it's up, so it's really, really fun. So we should,
It was fun watching. It was fun watching John Dorn get smoked by Steve Thomas, man. That was,
I wouldn't say he got smoked.
No, I loved him talking shit about Rodgers. I've never heard that out of his mouth. Like, I was kind of shocked.
Oh, no, he's been on that wave for some months now.
I was going to say they must not watch the Frozen Tundra podcast.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. He hasn't been riding that wave as long as David Gray, but he's been on it for a while now.
I wanted to see what Roger and Love can do, because when Roger's thumb went down, I thought, well, fuck, throw Love, see what you got, But we kept winning. I could see their point, but I was hoping for Love,
Honestly, when I think of the trade, I'm more scared that they would trade Rodgers and get all that value for him, and then have that future. I mean, I honestly hope that you hold on to him for 3 or 4 more years and use the rest of his usefulness up, and then you don't get shit for him and he just retires. So but,
can I say something real quick? This guy Bobby Compton right here has been in the comments. I believe he's a Chicago Bear fan, running, giving us lip service, you know what I'm saying? And he kept saying through the whole show, give me the link. We sent the link. He disappeared. He ghosted as soon as the link got now that we're about to end the show, guess who's back?
Don't blame me for a Bear fan.
Oh,
We all have
he
those.
pulled a Daniel Mark.
You want to go one-on-one with Bill the Packer fan? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know who he was coming after, but I don't think he wants that type of smoke.
No.
He's got a fire extinguisher in his back pocket.
I think he wanted Jamez.
Yeah, I
So
think that's what he was talking to.
Get his ass ripped a new one fucking with me.
So what do you say? Saturdays and Mondays we're doing this. We do it at 6:30, and we can do it next Saturday. I mean, let's bring the smoke, guys. I'm starting to get the feel. Actually, I should end the broadcast. Hey.
Yeah. Then how many?